Good morning, YouTube. Thanks for stopping in this morning. Looks like we've got a bunch of folks in the chat already. Appreciate you guys coming out. Trev is here. Good morning. My Eagles fan friend here. All right. At the barbershop. All right. Appreciate you stopping in. Cole, good morning. Hope all is well. Just read on Instagram about your ER trip last night with the kids. Hopefully all is well. Chop, good morning. Fanboy, Jimmy G, good morning, sir. Jimmy's here, so we'll have to we've got to show Jimmy's girlfriend.
You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
Jimmy, you're welcome. Master's here. Good morning, sir. We do have some breakfast photos that we'll be sharing in a minute or two. Just want to catch up on the chat. Master and Madam Blaster sent me some breakfast photos. So, Chop, good morning, sir. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. And there is Madam. Madam is here. And we'll discuss the difference in the breakfast photo and technique between Master and Madam. I was looking at it earlier, and there was some interesting thing there. I'm actually right now. I am a tea guy, and I did have a cup of tea this morning, but I'm just actually going with it's just hot water. I've been a little under the weather, a little cold, a little sore throat the last couple of days. Have not been feeling the greatest, so figured let me just go with a little hot water. No milk or anything like that to make sure the voice is strong this morning. So. Oh, nice. Little toy hunting with Ollie. That's a good way to start a Saturday. Simon, thanks for stopping by. Good night, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. Coco Loves Chevy is here. Good morning, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. Cat Fan Comics Man. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I caught the first half hour of it. I was over on Circumstances channel last night celebrating his 500 subscriber milestone. So I have to go back and check it out. But the first half hour was great. And Gary, I just interviewed Gary. So Gary was on my 411 show Friday. But Gary does such a great job of pairing co-host. So he had Matt Woods sitting in. And so Gary's just, it's one of the main reasons why I started my interview show, because of guys like Gary and Jimmy at Small Town Collectibles. Those really love the interview show because you really get to know the other community member really well. So yeah, definitely go check it out. Now, I think you guys went like an hour and a half at least. So yeah, you definitely need to go check that out. Callie and Jordan, good morning. The pack battle guru, the beatdown of Cole continues. I think you're up on him like 3-1 now, I think. And like I said, I think I left in my comments that Cole is used to losing because he's a Lions fan. So he is used to being beat down regularly, at least weekly, on Sundays. So, well, Boar, good morning. Yeah, let me get through the chat. I want to make sure I'm missing anybody. Appreciate everybody coming out. We've got 19, 20 people here in the chat this morning. I appreciate it. It's a rainy day here. We're expected to get rain pretty much all day, and I think part of the day tomorrow. So I might be catching up on some content. Like I said, I haven't been feeling well, so I've got a lot of content to catch up on. I've got a lot of videos sitting in my queue. So, Neil, good morning. I saw Neil drop a couple videos over the last couple days. No, he's been busy. uh, yeah, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate everybody coming out. We got a bunch of stuff to do. We're gonna do we're gonna show some of our breakfast stuff. So we'll probably start there. We've got some shout outs. We've got some comic books to talk about. Um, and I'm going to be, we will talk just briefly about the Comic Book Community Awards. I don't know why I decided to do 2 live streams in a day, but this is what we do. Tonight at 8:30, I am doing a live stream to go over kind of discuss the Comic Book Community Awards. Today actually marks we're 6 weeks into the finalist voting, and there's 6 weeks to go, so we're right at the halfway point for voting. I just looked just before we jumped on. We're at 546 votes have come in so far. Last year, and all of the voting, we did 548. So we're just 2 votes away from matching the number of votes that we did last year. And so, like I said, we're only halfway there. We've still got 6 weeks to go. So I expect that we'll have, a bunch more votes coming in. Jay, good morning. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Jimmy, hope all is well, right, Jimmy? Oh, I forgot to even ask. You're down in Florida too, right? Hope you did well with the storm. I know we've been kind of checking in with a bunch of the community members, Freaky Louie, Roscoe, Metarog, Joe from Anachronic Comics. I know I reached out to him. He said he was okay. He's trying to figure out how he's going to get home. No flights right now. I think he said his rental car was damaged, so he's not sure he's going to get home. He was supposed to be back home to go to New York Comic Con next week. So, I mean, the biggest thing is that he's safe, and him and his wife are, no issues. So, yes, yeah, that was one of the shows. Again, yeah, I knew DJ had his big Yo MTV rap style show. A bunch of the community members made rap videos, so I definitely need to go check that out. I opted to not watch it live. I had a bunch of reading to do, so that's how I spent after my live stream with Marcus last night. Circumstance, I went over and I stopped and just put YouTube down for a while and read through a bunch of my comic books that have been piling up. So, but definitely need to go check out DJ's. DJ is he is such a great entertainer and such a great editor. He puts together really fun videos to watch. So, and definitely want to go check out all the rap videos from the community. So always a good time. Nick, the comic nerd, is here. Appreciate you stopping in. We're also going to be doing so over on Tylux the Mighty's channel tomorrow night. We have a comic book community fantasy football league. There's 14 of us that are in the league, and so we're going to kind of be recapping Sunday's activities and where we're at with the scores. So Sunday night around 8 p.m. Eastern over at Tylux's channel. And you've got a bunch of stuff going on today. You've got Philtastic after my show. At 11, he does a live stream. You've got Only Slabs this afternoon. I know there's a bunch of stuff this evening. You usually have Spine Ticks. So, is that the score? Is that where we're at? Callie and Jordan are up 5-3. So, all right. I see how it's going to be played out. Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? We kind of, life has a way of getting the way. So I totally understand. Oh, there he is. I was just talking about him. The Mighty Mullet. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a live stream, and he's got banter tonight. Not banter. I'm sorry. He's got the Hangout with the Hangout tonight, a live stream as well, and he's going live stream again tomorrow night. So, pretty cool. Yep, definitely go check that out if you can. But let's get to some of the breakfast stuff. So, I'll share you. Every Sunday we make pancakes at my house. So this was last Sunday's pancakes, just the four of them going on there, but I made a big stack. But we do the pancakes, and then main event. David at main event sent in me this. So he's going with the pumpkin pie spice frosted mini wheats, which I don't think I've ever seen before. So that's a kind of a fall thing going on there, and you've got the little goblin with the pumpkin hanging out with him, enjoying his breakfast. So we are going to slide into my DMs here, and let's see. Where is so Madam and Master sent me a bunch of different stuff this week. So the first one up, this was from the Air Force Base. So it looks like we got a little muffins, we got a little cookies, looks a little oatmeal there. So at least could be considered breakfast, right? Oatmeal. Looks like we've got the Air Force Build-A-Bear. But then I started looking at this photo and I noticed it looks like this is a tap. I don't know if what's on tap there. And I see this little shot glass in the background here, and this ammo box. So I don't know what's going on over there, but it looks like they're having a good time at breakfast. When you've got the something on tap and a shot glass standing by with your muffins and cookies, something's going on there. And then, and I'll show you the stark difference between. So this was from Madam. Madam sent this in. So this is biscuits and gravy with bacon. She called it biscuits and bacon sage gravy. So, I mean, you can see she's really stepping up her game. I mean, look at this fancy plate. Look at the cutlery there. And you've got the whole fall Halloween theme going on. You've got the festive tablecloth, the little pumpkins. I mean, this is well done. This is she's stepping up her game. I mean, you can tell this was a woman who sent this in. I mean, this would be something my wife would do. And then Madam, then Master sent me this. So we have his crispy bacon. He's a big crispy bacon guy, but this is clearly this is a diner shot here. This is he's eating out somewhere. You can tell by the hash browns. I like the jelly on the English muffin, but then I'm trying to figure what this is. This looks like a Saints wallet. Are we a Saints fan? New Orleans Saints there? I mean, but you got the classic diner coffee mug there. So those were the breakfast photos that I received so far this this week. So did we say I'm just catching up? Well, board, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, sure. Send me in. You just had didn't you say you just had a breakfast sandwich? So aggressively appreciate you. Digger Jim is here. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, did I miss a comment from? Yeah, I know Matt was saying he was not feeling well. 22 is here. Matt is here. Good morning. Appreciate everybody coming out. We've got a bunch of folks here. No, I'm a crispy bacon guy too. Definitely need to have the crispy bacon. Yes. I think they were, it was Master's idea last week. He mentioned, he said, we should ask the audience to send in breakfast photos. And I was like, wow, that's a great idea. And then I didn't see any from him initially. So I got a little worried. I'm like, wow, he's a great idea guy, but he didn't follow through. And then sure enough, he sent me his breakfast. So, okay. It is a Saints wallet, right? Yeah. I mean, I know that was the Saints emblem. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because I was like, wait a minute. I know they're in Arizona. I didn't understand the Saints connection, but I understand. We root for different sports teams, not just based on where we live. So, yes, yeah, I have to go with the Chris floppy bacon. That's like, who wants? But that kind of sounds like maybe that's the next thing. We need to put up a poll of what do you prefer. Looks like Crispy's Crispy for the win here. Turkey bacon, yeah. I mean, you can go with turkey bacon, but I would still, with turkey bacon, you still want that crispy as well, right? You know, we used to have a guy that come on. He came on a few times to cook breakfast. His name was I'm drawing a blank. I think it was Neil. I think Neil came on and did some breakfast a few times, but no, nobody's been up. Else has been up. That would not surprise me. Yeah, that's well. I guess Arizona is one of those states where you probably have a lot of people that have moved in. It's kind of Arizona strikes me as like Florida, where you have a lot of people moving in from out of state. Um, I know we have some family in California, and there's been some friends or family that have retired and left California and moved to Arizona. So I guess it's just one of those. I think it's the mustache, right? With Cole, he probably likes to get the raw meat stuck in there, maybe. Taco, good morning. Appreciate you coming out. All right, we've got two floppy bacons. Okay, yeah, Cowboy. Well, yeah. I mean, there's Cowboy fans everywhere, right? And they are the team. After them beating the Giants last Monday night, they might. It's tough. The NFC East for me is tough. So, um, but let's do some shout outs, right? So we did some of our breakfast stuff. We've got a couple shout outs and links are all down below. And now this is going to be some channels that you're probably familiar with. These guys are all getting close to some big milestones, 900. So we'll run through them pretty quickly, but all great channels. And if you're not familiar with them, definitely go check them out. So first up is Taylor Winder, and I think he's almost at 900 subs. So Taylor does a bunch of stuff. He does cranky comic reviews, once a week. He does a mystery unboxing with community members and just a bunch of stuff. And he's in a bunch of live chats. So definitely need to go check out Taylor Winder. He's actually nominated for Best Comic Book Review in the Comic Book Community Awards. So definitely go check him out. And next up is Rob Fatstax Comics, which I think you guys probably know. Only Slabs, his flagship show that he does Saturday afternoons. And he does a bunch of Monday mail calls and unboxings. He is a big graded and signature comic guy, but he's been getting into more Golden Age stuff, sci-fi Golden Age stuff. So definitely want to go check him out. He is getting close to 900. So definitely want to go check him out. And then we have Marc Spector Comics. Mark is at 900, right on the dot. I looked this morning; he was at 900. He is doing a 900 subscriber giveaway, so you definitely want to go check him out. I think there's still time to get in, and we want to make sure that 900 sub number sticks for Marc Spector Comics. So definitely go check him out. And he's got a great show. He does a great channel. He does a bunch of Golden Age stuff too. Really, really good channel. Where did I went away for a second and the chat rolled on me, and I saw Mr. Remy Q is here. Yeah, I guess bacon does make everything taste better. So Phil is here. Phil and Phil, like I said, Phil's got a show this morning at 11. So if you've got some time, go stop on by. I mean, right? You put bacon on anything and it usually tastes better. So, Wahoo's here. Good morning. Wow. Okay. Floppy bacon and doughy biscuits. All right. Packers. All right. So we've got Saints and Packers fans from Arizona. All right, I think we've got like 3 floppy bacon fans and like 15 crispy. So, Cole, I think you lose again. uh, yeah, no worries, Phil. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you can't, you know, and the one thing too, when you eat breakfast out, if you can't make a good breakfast, then you have no business being in the food restaurant business, right? I mean, it doesn't take much to make a good breakfast, right? You've got a crispy, for those that like crispy bacon, some good hash browns, some nice toast. I mean, you can't really screw that up. So, and if you do, then like I said, you really need to rethink how you're cooking. In and out, yeah, we are big In and Out fans. Anytime we go visit the West Coast, that is one of our first meals. Definitely In and Out burger, since we don't have it here on the East Coast. Um, yeah, McDonald's fries, yeah. I would probably take those over In and Out, but In and Out burger, I usually go protein burger at In and Out. No bun, just lettuce wrapped. That's usually how we go. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess you're following Brady. Well, I mean, you can make whatever you want for breakfast. You don't have to actually stick to breakfast food, right? I think I go waffles crispy, a little crispy, because then when you put the syrup on them, then they're going to soften up. So you want a good crispy base of of waffles, I think, right? So um, like if you look at these waffles here, see those waffles look crispy to me. So Matt, thanks for stopping in. Have a good morning. Stacking some firewood, getting ready. I understand. My to do list is long today. Um, but one last shout out. We got sidetracked with the breakfast talk. So we mentioned Taylor Winder, Rob Fatstacks, Marc Spector Comics, all great channels. And then Chris the comic vet. You need to go check him out. He just had Monday. He did 800 subscriber giveaway. Big giveaway. Gave away a ton of prizes. But he's actually almost at 850. So he's well past the 800 mark. I think he was at 847 the last time I checked. So if you're not familiar with Chris the Comic Vet, you got to go check him out. Great member of the community, just an all around nice guy. He's keeping that rumor about the Canadians being nice people true. So definitely go check him out. Um, and like I said, he's halfway to almost 900. So definitely want to go check him out. Yeah, that's if you mess breakfast up, like I said, you really need to rethink your cooking. Um, yeah, I had some honey nut Cheerios before the show with some oat milk. That's how I rolled this morning. So um, yeah, undercooked. I'm not sure. I don't like things burnt, but I certainly want things like certainly bacon and waffles. I would want a little crispy. My son just came back. He went out and grabbed some pancakes for breakfast this morning. Although I make pancakes on Sunday, he is a big pancake guy, so he went out and got some pancakes. Joneser agreed. Yeah, well, I don't drink coffee, but I understand people's need for coffee or good coffee. Oh yeah, Trev was a big winner on Chris the Comic Vet, right? Won the was that yeah Chris the Comic Vets. I'm thinking back to Marcus's show last night, but yeah, Trev won the grand prize on the Comic Vet duck race win, and there was a lot of ducks in that race. So, um, all right, haircut done. Check. There he is, Marcus. Good morning. Appreciate you coming in. Congrats on 500 again. Big show last night. A lot of people hanging out. A lot of great prizes given away. So very cool. Very cool. Yeah, yeah. Glad to hang out. Yeah, support. Give some books away. So it was good to see. That was a good time. It's always a good time. Those live streams turn into a party. I mean, just like we've got 31 people here hanging out with me on a Saturday morning. So it's crazy. The live stream is just and the chat is great. So and I'll be got some good news this morning. So I'm heading to New York Comic Con this coming week. I'll be there Thursday. Show is Thursday through Sunday, and got two good things that I came across on Instagram. Comics with Bueller. He was initially going to be here. He was driving the bus, but he recently went home. But he's flying back out, and will be at New York Comic Con. So I'm hopefully going to catch up with him on one of the days, or I'm there Thursday, so I'll hopefully catch up with Comics with Bueller. And I also read that Reggie Collects and Doug, the team behind Isolation, will be at New York Comic Con. So I'm going to definitely go to get a chance to meet up with them as well. Pick up a book and get a book to Isolation #1 signed. So really, really cool. So excited. So if anybody's planning on going New York Comic Con, let me know. Definitely like to meet up with everybody. Yeah, definitely a good hangout. And just skip over, at 22, if you do watch the replay, anytime Comic Journey mentions something about mailing international, just skip it. Just skip over it. Beckerman, good morning. Beckerman was on the Marcus show last night and upstaged Marcus with his own giveaway. Beckerman just dropped in some signed comic book. I don't know why am I Perez signed comic book. Yeah, it was he beat down Marcus on his own show. Scotty Vaughn is here. Where is he? There he is. And saw on Instagram that he's all settled into his new place and going to be back. It looks like his new setup is a really nice room. So looking forward to seeing his video. But yeah, so we did our shout outs. We showed our breakfast. Let's talk a little bit about comics. Books I read this week. Amazing Spider-Man #10. Now this, I have a review. I'm going to be doing a review of this. Probably will drop tomorrow. But this might be the best Spider-Man story that I've read in 2 or 3 years. Was really, really good. I was a little worried. It's a tie-in to Judgment Day, and I was a little worried that it may not be good. And I was wrong. This was really good. This is John Romita Jr. cover. We've got Gwen Stacy on the cover. I don't want to spoil it. I'll leave the spoilers for my review. But if you haven't read it and are any way interested in Spider-Man or have read Spider-Man in the past, I would suggest that you pick up this book. This is the type of story that you can jump in on and just just kind of even if you just want to pick up this single issue, I would recommend it. It's definitely a great read. So if anybody's read it, let me know what you thought of it. I thought it was, like I said, probably one of the best stories I've read. So definitely need to go check it out. So definitely I'm looking at some of the Spider-Man exclusives, but there are some of the Action Comic and Detective Comic books that I might pick up. Budget is limited for exclusives because they're pretty pricey. I mean, the cheapest exclusive books at New York Comic Con are maybe 15, 20, and then they go up from there. Some are 40, some are 50. So I don't think I'll be picking up a ton of those because I want to kind of leave my budget for some other things. But definitely my first goal will be to pick up some of the. So there's a new Dan Slott Spider-Man book that's coming out, I think next week, next Wednesday. So there are some exclusives there. So those will probably be what I'm picking up. But um, I'm sure once looking at the covers online is one thing, but then seeing them in person, I think will be another. So we'll definitely check them out. Yeah, I'm excited. I have been to New York Comic Con a few times, but never really when I've been collecting books. So I always never really spent any time on the comic side of the con. So interested to be there when I'm actually collecting. So definitely think it's going to be a different experience. So I did call. I did see your note, and I did wish him. I did wish him a happy birthday, and he did explain to me that it wasn't his birthday, and you were just messing with him. So, um, yeah, it was nice. It was fun to see Marcus get upstaged. So, and then Marcus's partner in crime Lorenzo won two of the giveaways. So we lived up to the rigged um, you know show. So it was good. All right, maybe I'll maybe my plan is to be there all day Thursday. Going to get in there early. Show starts at 10. I think it goes to 7. So I'm definitely planning to be on the floor the entire time. Excited to be able to meet a bunch of the community. I know I'm hoping that Joe from Anachronic Comics can make it back and yeah, definitely need to check out Spider-Man if you have any interest. It's definitely a good Gwen Stacy storyline tied into the Judgment Day, Axe. I think the Axe Judgment Day storyline, but definitely a fun read. Um, yeah, I haven't read that. I haven't read the mini series, the Judgment Day series. But like I said, um, and the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 9, was a tie-in with Hellfire Gala, and I was a little disappointed in the issue because there was a lot of setup, and if you weren't reading the Hellfire and the X-Men storyline right now, you would be really confused. But this issue 10 of Amazing Spider-Man, is not the case. They give you a little bit of setup, like maybe a page of setup, and you can jump into the story. So. Yeah, Phil's got a live stream at 11. So yeah, we always try to wrap up right before 11 so you guys can jump over to Phil's show this morning. He is all over the place this morning. He's already gotten a haircut and now he's at the flea mart digging, and we've been on here for 34 minutes. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, and I did not read the Fantastic Four run, but I heard it was really good. I think Main Event was reading it. So yeah, interested to have him back on Spider Man because he did. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be there Thursday, and I think there's still like if people in the area are thinking of going, I think there's still extra. There are tickets available. Typically, they sell out, but I think there's still some tickets available. So for New York Comic Con. Yeah, all right. That I mean, I think if you're buying comics, the last day of the cons are usually when you can get the best deals, right? If people are trying to move books. So, oh, that yeah, I saw your note about that. That stinks, man. That stinks that you couldn't get the time off to come. But there's always next year. I'm excited to be going there. I figured I'd go just Thursday, the first day. Because I'm sure I'll run out of money very quickly. So, although I would appreciate hanging out some of the other days, you got ticket prices and then travel to get in there. I was looking at train tickets this morning on the railroad, like $40 a pop round trip. So it'd be an expensive trip if you go in there multiple days. So yeah, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, definitely gonna take some video. I'm definitely gonna do like a floor recap. Maybe who knows? I might even if I've got good Wi-Fi, I'll do a quick little live stream. I'm looking at some of the exclusive books, exclusive covers, and I'm working on completing some Miles Morales runs. All of his previous series. I have about 9 books that I need to pick up. So those are really the books I'm targeting. No real big key books, but I've been working on this Miles Morales run, for a chunk of this year. So I want to try to finish that up. I think obviously his books have a lot of potential. We haven't seen him in live action yet, but also I just think as a Spider-Man fan, Miles is really going to be a big character for years to come. So that's why I'm kind of targeting those books. So, and plus, I haven't read those previous series, so I want to go back and read them. I want to know, I want to learn a little bit more about the characters. So, yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about Dark Web because there's so many tie-ins. There's so many crossover books. So I may read the main storyline. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy all of it. I'm definitely interested in the series, but when I looked at the issue list and it crosses over, I mean, I think there's, it's like a 4-issue miniseries, but it ties into like 20 other books. So, um, yeah, Slot, right? I did watch this last week's episode of She-Hulk, and Slot was there. Yeah, She-Hulk's car had an issue, and she had to have it towed, and it was Dan Slot towing. So that was pretty funny. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm looking forward to. I know some of the guys went to Heroes Con. Digger Jim, Marcus down in North Carolina. That's one that I'm looking to go to because I hear that's just a great pure Comic Con. I mean, New York Comic Con is great because you get a lot of artists. The creators there. There's a lot of panels, a lot of signature opportunities, but it's a big show. What I remember going the last time I was there, there's a big section of comic books, but there's also, it's massive. Jacob Javits Center is huge, and there's so much stuff going on there. So it's not only focused on comics. So, Gene, good morning. Appreciate you coming in. Our Canadian friend, Gene. Gene won too. Gene won some books on Chris the Comic Vets giveaway on. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for Dark Web. Probably just the main run. So just kind of keeping a track on time. So Carnage number 6. That was one of the books I read this week. Really, this storyline has really been good. I've enjoyed the entire Carnage run so far. It's been a lot more horror-esque type storytelling, and it's been fun. Yeah, and I'm not a big signing guy. Like, I mean, I can appreciate somebody with a signed book, obviously, like Stan Lee or some of the big artists. And I would certainly love to have Peach Momoko sign a book, but I'm not after those type of things, and I think trying to be most efficient with my time when I'm there because I'm only going to be there for a day. I don't think waiting in line for having a signature maybe for an hour or so is the best use of my time because it's not something I'm totally in on. So, I'm more about I want to go dig a little, meet some of the people in the community. So that's my goal for the show on Thursday. Rob is here. Good morning, Rob. We did a shout out for you earlier. Did some shout outs for a bunch of channels. I think you're getting close, right? You're close to almost 900 subs. So shouted you out. Oh, okay. Great. That's great. Yeah, I know. I got a little surprise for you too. I asked Chris to take a book or two out of my win on Chris's show and send them over to Eugene. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. I figured, well, we'll keep him in Canada. So, yeah, I like I said, I want to be efficient because I'm only going to be there for one day. And like I said, I do enjoy seeing the book signed. I know Master is on a run, trying to get a bunch of Amazing Spider-Man books signed with Stan Lee. And man, I would love to own a book signed by Stan Lee, or Jack Kirby, or some of the the big names. But it's not something I seek out. I know Rob, Fat Stax too. He's a big signature guy. And I get it. I would love to meet some of the creators, John Romita Jr., some of the Peach Momoko, but like I said, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to use the word waste. I want to be efficient with my time while I'm at the show. So that's kind of where I'm. That's where I'm headed. Oh, all right, Scotty Vaughn's almost at 300. So if you're not sub, somebody please drop Scotty's link so we can get him to 300. Moon Knight. This is Moon Knight 15. This has been. I'm out of focus here. This has been a good read. The Moon Knight series. They're getting into his different personalities in the story, and it's been good. Moon Knight's been very consistent. I've really enjoyed it. Hey, no worries. We do not mind selfless, shameless self promotion. So yeah, no, I know Rob's, and like I said, I can appreciate book signed Stan Lee and a bunch, but it's just not my thing right now, and that could change. That could change. That could change. Uh, yeah, that's when I saw Master make that announcement on the channel. I was like, wow, that is, and he's getting rid of some of his other Amazing Spider-Man run and some of his original art to help fund that. But that's a really great goal, and some if you complete that, yes, I agree. Like I said, I don't. I would certainly love to own some. I just don't want to spend my time waiting in line. All right, we're dropping links. Appreciate that. Um, okay. Yeah, a bunch of channels hitting milestones. It's great to see, everybody doing well in the community. And I think that's it, right? We continue to support one another. All right, 12 away. I know Cat Fan Comics Man was in. He just hit his 200. Um, so we've got, it's just great to see everybody hitting the milestones. So Punisher number 6. Punisher number 6. Now, this has been an interesting story. Punisher's been kind of back and forth. And now we had a Daredevil. I knew there was going to be a Daredevil crossover between the two. So this was interesting. Punisher's kind of being pulled a little bit in a couple different directions. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. Because I get the sense from a Punisher standpoint, like he's not thinking like he normally would. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, share it out on Instagram. Like I said, it's so great to see everybody hitting the different milestones. Yeah, the Punisher run has been good. Definitely dark. Definitely dark in this issue, with stuff going on with his family, and like I said, then and Daredevil showed up at the end, so we're definitely going to see the hand and the fist at odds. So it's pretty interesting. Yes, I do the same. Right. I sub back everybody I try to sub back everybody. As long as they're publicly subscribed to me. And then if you come watch any of my videos, I always try to go back and repay the favor and make sure I'm checking out your channel and your content too. So that's just a good way to help everybody continue to grow. And yeah, I mean, it's I understand why Punisher's doing some of the things he's doing. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it, because of I'll just say the family ties. Um, but it's been, you're starting to read it, and like now you have Ares, the god of war, pulling at him, and it just seems like the Punisher's not being the Punisher. He's not thinking for himself. That he's being, strings are being pulled with him. So I'm interested to see when he kind of comes back to reality. So yeah, I know Shop for Comics was trying to hit some goals, right? Trying to hit, I think it was 190 or 200. So definitely, if you're not subbed up to Shop, go check him out. Big Spider-Man collector. I mean, he collects a bunch of books, but he's obviously a big Spider-Man fan. So he gets my vote. Definitely go check out his channel. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think we're getting a version of the Punisher who's not really himself, who's being pulled at and not making decisions that he would normally make. I think so. It's interesting to see how it plays out. Don't know. Marvel Spotlight 5. Don't know. Didn't hear anything about that, Gene. Just catching up on the chat. She-Hulk 6. This has been this is definitely a different type of storytelling. This isn't She-Hulk out fighting crime and beating fighting with other strong supervillains. This is more of a character driven, just a kind of a story. What's going on in her life, similar to the She-Hulk show right now. It's more about the story, about the relationships and her dealing with being She-Hulk. So I've enjoyed this though because it's a little bit different of a story. I think Punisher, Carnage have been very kind of heavy stories. This is kind of like a light story. It's more about the relationship and her working and dealing with Jack of Hearts and things. So Joffrey, good morning. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, Scotty, we're looking forward to it. I saw your picture up on Instagram. Looks really, really cool. So, yeah, don't know. Don't didn't hear much about that. Yeah, definitely. She-Hulk is kind of slice of life type story, and I find it just a nice little bit of a balance, a break between because I'm reading Ghost Rider, I'm reading Punisher and Carnage, which are kind of a little bit heavy, a little bit violent, a little bit horror type stories, and so having the balance of the She-Hulk story is kind of nice, where you're not dealing with so much craziness. It's been good. So tell them to clear a path. uh, I'll have to check it out, Gene. I'm not really sure. Old Dog. This was a new series. This is Image. Um, this was a couple people shouted it out. I think this was Chris the Comic Vet's pick for the week. Um, this was a fun little read. This is a kind of a spy story, similar to a couple stories that we've seen. Um, oh, I'm trying to think. Image did another one, and I'm drawing a blank on the title, but about a spy who was knowing he was dying and he was trying to clean stuff up. So this is a similar story, right? There's some CIA and FBI and all kinds of stuff going on. Little spy story. So this was a fun read. Definitely will pick up issue 2. Yeah, I know Trev read it, right? I know you had mentioned it as well. Oh, nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was definitely a good story. Um, Picked up now. This was, I think, from 2 weeks ago. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. So this is the Dark Horse um, series they took over for IDW, and this is kind of more of like a kid's story. I'm not sure if I'll continue with this. um, I wasn't totally impressed with the artwork. That's supposed to be Luke and Leia, but I don't know. I didn't. I kind of started to read it and just kind of skimmed through it because I wasn't overly impressed with it. And then last, I picked up Action Comics, the reprint facsimile #1, and this is interesting. It's just interesting to go back and see the kind of slice in time from when this is like 38, right? So 1938, and see the old advertisements and just the old style of writing and artwork. Just very interesting to go back and take a look at those. Um, so that's it. Those are the books I read this week. I think I heard the mailman come in, and I think I'm waiting for some books in the mail. So I've got some more books to read. uh, Yeah, I missed the Detective Comics one. I think it was the week prior. But this is really cool. Obviously, right? Classic cover with Superman, lifting the car. So yeah, it was kind of weird, and the interior art too. I was like, at first, I'm like, I don't even know if this is the art. Seemed a little lazy because even I know this is kind of like a different, it's for kind of a younger audience, but even the cover just it kind of looks like Luke and Leia and kind of doesn't. So I don't know. I wasn't impressed with the interior art as well. So um, oh, thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it. Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate everybody who comes out. Really, and we're going to do a giveaway. Why don't we get to that because we're running late. Where Phil's got his show in about 5 minutes, so I don't. I want to wrap up. So let me share my screen, and we'll do our giveaway. Let's get to it. So we're going to do halfway home. Since we're halfway, voting is halfway done for the Comic Book Community Awards. We're 6 weeks in. We've got 6 weeks left, so we'll do halfway. Yeah, so I'm just checking on. Gonna make sure I can mod up some people here while you guys are here in the chat. Definitely feel free to drop your links in the chat so everybody can sub up everybody. All right, we've got 23 folks. Jerry's here. Good morning, Jerry. I don't know if I saw you earlier. You got to check out some of the work that Jerry's doing. He's working on is it Captain Arrow? He's working on a Golden Age book, and he is rebuilding it. He is working on every single page, the cover. It's just amazing work. You definitely got to go check it out. Yeah, Gene, no problems. I know you mentioned in the chat, I think, on some of the books that I had won, you were like, oh, you were interested in it. So I was like, well, I mentioned to Chris, hey, send them over. So, yep, Jerry is here. Everybody's saying good morning to Jerry. Yeah, definitely got to go check out Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, you're welcome. Great work. I mean, I was amazed the color match that you did for the interior pages on that book was like spot on. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we'll give everybody a couple more seconds. We've got 22 folks in here, and we've got 18 in the giveaway. And I'm going to be working on, I'm at like 670, 660 something subs. So probably after I get back from New York Comic Con, I'm going to try to pick up some of the exclusive books to use as giveaways. So then we'll probably do probably be doing a subscriber push to get to 800 and announce the giveaway. So, oh, nice. All right, 2 subs away. If you're not subbed to Scotty Vaughn, 82, go sub them up. Go sub them up. Yeah, what's great about Jerry's channel is that he is constantly refining his work. So I mean, he's still learning and he's been doing this for, almost 2 years now that I'm aware of, and he's constantly refining his process, which is amazing. And he's showing everything. He's sharing everything. He's not there's no secrets. So really cool. Empire, good morning, sir. Appreciate you coming in. Oh, nice. Yeah, I gotta go. I got a bunch of content that I need to catch up on. So, all right. We'll give everybody like 10 more seconds. We've got 24 in the chat, 21 entered, halfway home. And if not, we'll run it. Let's go. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Shop for Comics. Congrats. Oh, yeah. Sub for sub. All right. So we've got a couple minutes before Phil goes live. So let's get Shop some books. Let's see what we got. We've got Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 12. That's book 1. Oh, here we go. Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Great Green Goblin cover. That is I'm not even going to try to say it. That's a great cover. Let's see what we got here. Deathlock number 1. A little bit of shiny going on there. Yeah, nice to be able to pull you a Spider-Man book. And then we've got Catwoman plus the Scream Queen number 1. Not really sure what's going on there, but okay. All right, we got one more. We've got yeah. I can't say it this morning, 22. Yes, you're correct. That's who it is. Inlock Lee. My throat's killing me here, and I'm having trouble with it. Oh, this would have been all right. And we've got DC Rebirth Aquaman number 1. I think that is 5. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that is your 5 book Shop. I'll get those sent out. I believe I have your address. If I don't, I'll send you a message on Instagram. Yes, everybody. We're gonna wrap it up so we can get over to Phil's stream. My nose is running on me. But appreciate everybody coming out this morning, hanging out in the chat. Have a great weekend. And if you're, like I said, if anybody's heading to New York Comic Con, I'll be there Thursday. definitely be looking for me. I'll be hanging out in the comic book section. Excited. I'll definitely be taking some video and sharing some stuff when I get back. So appreciate everybody coming out. Neil is only 115 subs away, so please go sub him up. Appreciate everybody coming out, spending your Saturday morning with me. Good luck, Dirt's hunting this morning at the flea market. We're gonna wrap it up. Let's see, what are we leaving with you this morning? Where are we gonna go? Where something short? Here you go. We'll leave you with these guys. But thanks everybody. Have a great weekend.
My gosh, yes.
Hi everyone, welcome to Whack Comics. I'm here with my wanker as always.
Yep,
How you going,
hi.
man? We've also got a guest this week.
He wants to burn it?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Let's do our top.
Top 3.
Read this, and Primordial 3 was really good.
I've got this one, and I've got the B cover, and this one, Suicide Squad.
I refuse to do this, guys. This is stupid.
Tyler, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm always ready. Each week of a 3, 5, and 5. And this week, number 1, we've got Spider-Man, and number 2, we've got Batman, and number 3, I forgot it, so.
Are you ready for Daddy's Toy Checks?
Yeah.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Daddy has Invincible.
Daddy has
Daddy
the
has
thing.
my Shimbu.
It's time for Tyler's favorite segment. It was the meme.
I hate memes.
Yeah, we know.
It was the meme. We ask every guest, is it takeable?
The answer is always yes.
Great.
Okay.
We have a whack axe.
Warning.
I made a trophy.
I made an award.
Yeah, guys, this is so disrespectful. Sorry, Brian.
No, that's all we have time for. We're going to let Freak Louis play us out as always. Bye-bye. Thanks, Ignacio.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.